So this continuation of the lesson, spiritual power, man. When the Lord shows up, when the enemy rushes in as a flood, that's when it's going to be known who are his anointed. And the Lord going to raise up certain men and endow them with spiritual ability. The force, like they used to say on Star Wars. Let the force be with you. That's what Yahushua going to say to us in that day. Go ahead, brother.
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 2.
Yep.
It says, Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
Right, so even today, now we become the sons of Yahweh again. All right, through this wisdom, through Yahweh putting in our hearts the spirit of Yahushua calling out Abba Father. Galatians 4. Right? So this is a fact that happened. Before we were among the congregation of the dead. We were what? Gentiles without Yahushua. It's beautiful, ain't it? It's beautiful, beautiful. So there's a lot of ugly stuff in this world, not this. Alright? Go ahead, damn, I missed my thought. Go ahead.
Alright, this is Galatians chapter 4, verse...
No, this is that.
Verse 5.
No, we were here.
Come on, continuing. It says, But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Damn, missed my thought. That was a good thought, too. That's all good.
For we shall see him as he is.
Start from the top, brother.
Start from the top again. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 2. It says, Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh.
Right. Galatians 4?
This is Galatians chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 5.
Yeah.
It says, To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoptions of sons.
Right.
Verse 6. And because ye are sons, the Most High have sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father.
There you go. So the Most High did it. And he made us become sons again. What's that? Yasha Allah, princes of the power. He raised us back to our high seat again. But now he got to raise us up physically. All right? And it says, what was that, Romans? Where it said we were without Yahushua in the world. We were Gentiles. Either that 11, I think? Or
no, that's the one that says in past times you were Gentiles according to the present.
Yeah, real quick. Let me get this real fast. Let me get this. I'm just keeping the script going real quick.
You got it?
Whoever got it first.
I got it.
My man.
This is Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in past Gentiles in the flesh.
Oh, wait, past time? Okay.
Time past. That's right. Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision and in the flesh made by hands, that at that time you were without Yahushua, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope, without power in the world.
Right, without Yahushua in the world, right? See? We were without Yahushua and without power. You see that? So now that the Lord gave us the mind of Yahushua, we have the mind of Yahushua? We can have the mind of Yahushua? Somebody just had it. Yeah, somebody just had it. So now that we have the mind of Yahushua, we have power.
I got it.
Now, that's what his name is what? Emmanuel, God with us. Power with us. You see that? All right, go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 16.
Right, that's not his name. His name Yahushua, but that was the title. Go ahead, brother.
For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach,
Come on with it, man. So the Lord blessed us to have the mind of his son Yahushua in our spirit, to call out Abba Father in these dark times where our people are still in darkness. He said, what scripture?
1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 16.
Yep. All right, so now we have the power, man. We have what? Yahushua with us. All right? And he said, I'll walk with you, you know, in the valley of the shadow of death, where we'll fear no evil, for thou art with us. All right, kind. You know, go ahead, brother. Where was that? Go ahead, brother.
I'm start over on top.
Yeah, go back.
It says, Beloved, Slacky, 1 John chapter 3, verse 2. It says, Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh.
Hey, now are are we the sons of Yahweh? That comes first. Go ahead.
And it does not yet appear what we shall be.
See that? And that's what the disciples were asking. Are you ready to restore it now? Because we got power. I thought we had power already. No. Later, they got that power. First you get the word, then you get the physical power. We got the word now, the physical power coming. Go ahead.
But we know that when he shall appear.
Yep, when he shall appear. But how is he going to appear? He coming with a whole, what is that when the king or prince comes in?
Royal carpet.
Yeah,
red carpet.
No, the entrance. It's like
grand
an entrance. A
Grand
grand entrance, but it's like a type of word for it though. But he got a whole entourage, and the entourage is gonna be missiles. It's gonna be fire and destruction. You know, when he show up, he's coming to send fire on the earth, and that's how you gonna see him.
You want me to get me precept?
Yeah, kind of. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 7. Behold, he come with clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so are mine.
That's right, man. When Yahushua shows up, you people going to wail. It's going to be bad news for you, good news for us. You see that? All right, so when he shows up, that's when we're going to, by the time Yahushua enters the atmosphere, the hopeful elect going to have spiritual power, man. All right? And probably before that, really in time of Jacob's trouble.
This is Psalms 144 and 1. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
That's right, man. So the Lord is teaching our hands to war and our fingers to fight. And this is spiritual too. All right? He's teaching us two ways. And how to win a battle. How to endure a battle. How to be long-suffering. How to not just go for the kill. You know? And who's the enemy? Who's the mystery of iniquity? All right, go ahead, brother.
And it does not yet appear what... First John, chapter 3, verse 2.
Let me start from the second one.
This is, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
That's just clear, man. All right? And if you're able to see the Lord, then you got to be on a higher level. You know, you ain't go, you got that miracles as he did. I wish you did that in greater. Yep.
This is St. John's chapter 14. I'm going to start at verse 11.
Yeah, you still had yours, right? No, yeah, right there.
It says, believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believe on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Right, because Yahushua sacrificed his life and went to the Father in the spirit realm, he set everything in motion for us to be here today and have this chance. So we owe him everything, man. That's our Lord and Savior. All right, he already saved us. The kingdom of heaven is already ready. It's just we gotta get these people out of the way. And what did the Lord say? Till he be removed out of the way. You know, the earth is already in place. The heavens are already in place. We just gotta get Esau out of the way. And these heathen and wickedness off the earth. Go ahead.
All right, this is John chapter 1, verse 12.
Right.
It says, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name.
There you go, man. That's so beautiful, man. It broke itself down, but I'm still break it down. The ones that believe. And who believes? If you hear this word, or you see the word by reading it, and you see the prophecies and you believe, he'll give you power to become the sons of the Most High. What's that? To be able to teach. All right? To be able to teach. To be able to prophesy. You know? And that's power. Other than that, you're destroyed. According to Hosea 4 and 6.
And a quick interjection real quick. That's just like, what is Esau's power? His philosophy is in carnality, right? But our power is the truth, all right? And which totally destroys their power. It's like the elder just said, we've never lost a battle against our enemy. The Most High set it up like that, said no weapon formed against us will prosper.
Right.
You know? Just because somebody walks away, just because they are in disbelief does not mean they want anything.
Gotcha.
Because the truth stands tall over everything, man.
Yeah, and Yahweh Shai is a witness to himself, and also the same way two elements differ is the same way we differ from you people. Once you get into this truth, you become a new creature, and we become part of that fire, and you people the wood. Double.
We're dealing with faith, for scripture about dealing with faith by hearing, right? This is Revelation chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 17.
Right.
It says, so then faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, so you weren't born knowing this. All right, you have to hear it at some point, and it has to be sent. You have to hear it from somebody that's sent from the Most High. How should they hear without a preacher, and how should they preach unless they be sent? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. You got to turn back and repent to save your family, man. World War III breaking out. All right?
You got it
He's like, yeah.
interjection.
Go ahead, brother. If I miss any points, y'all can interject.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3,
Not really.
verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
All right, you speak on the real quick.
Son, and I just brought this out to back up the elder, man. Just like he was saying, how can you hear without the preaching? How may you preach if you haven't been sent? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to give pastors according to his heart, not according to the heart of the so-called white man, not according to the heart of any of these wicked heathen nations, not according to 2/3 of the nation of Israel heart, man. He said according to him. So that lets you know that you can't go to a university or any schooling system and be ordained to be a pastor. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have to ordain you from the womb for you to become a pastor, man.
Yep, you can be blessed from the womb with discernment, but you have to learn to be taught, man, given the milk. All right? To know about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we were all born in sin, in darkness. Hey, the water, brother. All right, where we at? You had something? Kind of passed already? What was that, Zechariah? Yeah, let's get it popping now. Now let's get into the list.
All right, this is Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, and Yahweh also shall save the tents of Jerusalem first. No, Judah first.
Where you at?
Zechariah 12, 7.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 7. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the habitation of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Right. So what is that? The Lord setting up order. All right. That's why the truth didn't come through Issachar first. It didn't come through Ephraim first. You know, it came through Judah. All right, Judah and Benjamin. That's where the truth was sent to first. When Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he came to who? Judah and Benjamin. All right. So who he gonna raise up first? You know, that goes to different. Who knows? It could be any tribe. All right, go ahead. But on the carnal level, Judah, the so-called Negro, is the one that's gonna get it jumped off. All right. But when the Lord showed up, he came unto his own. He came unto Judah and Benjamin first, and he spoke of other sheep that were not of that fold. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 8, in that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble amongst them at that day shall be as David,
Right.
and the house of David shall be as God.
Right. What that say? Faint. Fallen. So he that is fallen. That word feeble means fallen. You know? And we were the ones that fell. We were those fallen angels, the Nephilim. But the Lord said, what? The ones that are feeble in that day are going to be as David. Now, somebody got the David after this man. Yep, we got that Acts 2 after that. Yeah, get that real quick and then get Acts.
1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 8. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to give them inherit the throne of glory for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's,
Yeah, you speak on it up.
and he hath set the world upon them.
Yeah, I got it in my head, but you can speak on it.
And that's dealing with the elect. You know, he showed them. And he's raising the elect up first.
Yep.
All right, ultimately to save Israel as a whole.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
You know, the elect is the elect could bear that, you know, bear that cross.
That's right.
You know,
we represent the memorial stone. With everything, you got a memorial. So when we in the kingdom, to look back on it, we ain't gonna have America. America gonna burn for a certain amount of time, but you're gonna have the elect to look at, and they're gonna be the memorial stone. Because everybody gonna live forever. That's of Israel. But when you look back, the original ones, the oldest ones, gonna be who? The elect. You see that? So they're gonna be the elders in the kingdom. You know?
the ones to marvel at.
The ones to marvel at, man. We're gonna be like the famous ones. You know, hopefully we one of those elect. But where we you got that in Acts? With David?
It's Acts.
So he said we're gonna be as David. Now let's start to see what David is. Is it just power? Is that it? It's more than that. The same way, my bad. Just the same way the disciples, it was more than the spiritual power about them. It was about their story. It was about them being called into the truth. It was about Andrew going to get Peter and bringing him to Yahushua. The beginning of their faith. The beginning of their believing. You know? That was the miracle. Go ahead, brother.
And it's Acts chapter 13, verse 21. And afterward they desired a king, and Yahweh gave unto them Saul the son of Cis, a man of the tribe of Benjamin, by the space of 40 years. And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony, and said, I have found David the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill all my will.
Right, man, there you go. And who's fulfilling the Lord's will today? The hopeful elect. They're moving in what? The spirit of David. Amos chapter 9, the house tabernacle of David. Let's get it. See? So what's that word David? The word David means what? Love or order. Alright? And that's what love is, order. Can you get that word David? And yeah, let's go.
You want me to go ahead and bring it up?
Yeah,
This is Amos chapter 9. I'm going to start at 11.
Yep.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. It says, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. So that's what the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is doing right now. Because when we went into the word feeble, it just means fallen. And the ones that was fallen, that he's raising up is the elect, man. Alright? The first tenth of Judah, the elect. Because them the ones that's going to be established. And that spiritual temple, which is that third temple, is being built right before everyone's eyes, man. In front of 2/3 of our people, alright, these heathens, and mainly in front of our oppressor, Esau, man. Alright, so the Lord is doing this, man.
And he just brought out 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 8. It said, the Lord brings out of the dust and puts down into the dust. Alright, you see the feeble, the ones that the brother was just talking about, the fallen ones being raised up out of the dust. Alright? And who's going down to the dust? Esau and his system that he built, man. America's going to be dust, stubble. Alright, and you're witnessing it right before your eyes. But a lot of people act like they can't see it. But if you don't want, whether you hear or forbear, you can't stop these prophecies from happening. You can't stop the Most High from restoring the house of David, man. His elect.
right, man.
And they that might possess the remnant, it says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathens which are called by my name, says the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So in that time, all right, we're going to possess the remnant of Edom, all right, which is Edom is the nation of the Caucasian race. We're going to possess that land. Not only that, we're going to put them in bondage, just as well as these other heathen nations, man.
Right. Hey, what he read? He said what? We're going to be raising up the tabernacle of King David. Now let's see what that house is.
1 Peter 2 and 5?
Yep.
All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house.
So we represent the lively stones, and Yahushua is a lively stone, the top cornerstone. Now we represent those lively stones, putting together a house as a spiritual house, all right, of David. Of what? We're gonna see what that word David means too. But go ahead, brother.
Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifice acceptable to Yahweh by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Right, man. So the Lord blessed us to be priests unto him, because that's the way out. He chose through the foolishness of preaching that we should be saved. So he set us on that course to be saved, delivered. Can you get that word, David? So the spiritual house of David. Let's see what the word David means.
The definition of David means beloved.
So to be beloved. All right, to be his what? Favorite, to be chosen. All right, and the word love means to be in order. You see that? So he chose us, or you, if you believe, to be that brick in that spiritual house that's being built. And the reestablishment of David's tabernacle upon his earth. The house of David. The spiritual embodiment of King David. All right, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Of the kings. All right, you can end it there. We're going to go to another clip.